Okay, so I've reduced that down, or fried that off a little bit longer now. That's been 2 or 3 minutes. The resulting mix now just needs to be left to cool. Alright, so because it's a filling to a pie, to a parcel, we need to let it cool because we're going to add raw eggs to this, and what I don't want obviously is scrambled eggs, so we're going to let that cool down. I'll probably take about 10-15 minutes to do that. Okay, so while that's cooling off, I've just moved over here now, and I'm going to just basically take the shells off the prawns, get them ready for the Saganaki. Okay, so I've deveined the prawns. I've put them back in the fridge for the moment because obviously we're going to crack on with the Spanakopita parcels now. So the first thing you need to do is crack 2 eggs into a bowl. And then just pop the shells back in your recycling. Get me a little whisk. And when I say a little whisk, I mean a little whisk. Just give that a bit of a mix. There we are. Now then, to that, just get rid of that, don't need that anymore, so I don't need to sink. So to that, what you need to do is get your nutmeg and just give it a few rasps. Now this will add a bit of savouriness to it, but also nutmeg's got a little bit of sweetness to it as well, so it's about, I don't know, about half a teaspoon about. The thing is, as with all cooking, it's up to you what you put in. The amounts are there as a guideline. The recipe might call for certain things, but there is certain things that you can actually alter. You don't have to go with everything. I mean, obviously there's pastry you need to do certain things with. Now I quite like, as I said in a previous video, I like my black pepper. And a pinch of Himalayan sea salt, Himalayan rock salt. Not too much salt because feta is quite salty. Pinch of Aleppo peppers, chilies. Now this is my choice. Traditionally you wouldn't put chilies in there, but I quite like it, just to have a little bit of heat in there. Also, again, my choice, a small shot, so about half a shot of ouzo. That goes in there as well. Okay. Just get the board back over, put that over to one side. Now I've kept the cheese in the brine. Take your knife and just slice through it. Then get each stick and just crumble it in. When I say crumble, I mean crumble. Don't, put the whole stick in as it is. You need to break it up a little bit because as you bite into it, obviously you want to be able to taste in each bite your feta. Now, if you don't want to make Spanakopita, which is a Greek dish, you could change this cheese out and make it with goat's cheese, Welsh goat's cheese, maybe lava bread, put lava bread in there, instead of your spinach. That way then you'd have a Welsh pasty, I suppose. Because that's all these are. These are just little pasties that I'm making. Every country has their own little pasties, don't they? Mexico has them. I think they're called empanadas. Cornwall, obviously, Cornish pasties. Yorkshire, pork pie. It's basically a pasty. So just keep crumbling all this up till it's all in. I love feta cheese. It's not as nice as what I call squeaky cheese, halloumi. Now halloumi, again you can do as a starter. One day I will show you that. Very, very easy starter is that. That's again, it's a Saganaki, and you can use halloumi for it, or different islands might use a different cheese, a different hard cheese, or melting hard cheese, if you can have one of them. Kefalonia or something similar to that, I think it is called in Kefalonia. But basically you just, what's called paneer, that's dipping your cheese in eggs and then breadcrumbs or flour, and then you fry it off. Now that traditionally can be served like that, or sometimes it might be served with some nice ham, but that's a totally different starter, and we will do that one day. We will do that one day. So that's just a full block of cheese. Now I know I haven't told you any of the weights and measures on this, but yeah, the spinach, that was just a full pack. I think there's either 150 or 200 grams in a pack. That cubed feta there, that's I'm just going to wash my hands. The cubed feta, that normally comes in a pack of 200 grams. Salt is just to taste, pepper is just to taste. I'm now just going to add the herbage. Now this, just dried oregano. If you can get a fresh oregano, even better. Even better. But I can't, it's not that temperate up here in where I live in the Pennines, but you know, if you can get it, you can get it. I'm just going to get that spinach now. Throw in little bits of garlic and onion all over the place. Right. Just give that a good mix. Now I've put oregano in there, but traditionally I think you'd normally put something like dill and parsley in there, but I'm not a fan, so I don't. So that's all nicely mixed up now. Okay, so we're going to go on to the filling now, and obviously the making of the actual parcel itself. So you will need your baking tray, and you will need your phyllo pastry, which I've got here underneath my damp cloths, a knife, melted butter and a tablespoon. So the first thing you need to do is get just 2 sheets of your pastry. Now remember, phyllo pastry is very delicate, and you want to just cut that in half down the centre there. That's it. Just going to pop 1/2 back under the damp cloths, and then getting your other half. Right, now this is important. I am crap at doing this, but we're going to try and make a parcel, alright? So, the easiest way to do it, I will show you, is so taking your pastry, take it down and past the bottom. So you've got a little square area there. Fold, then fold it back on itself. It's quite hard to do, is this, one-handed, like so. So just pick it up now, and you can see there's a lovely pocket there. Get a couple of tablespoons of your mix. It's hard to do one-handed. This is a very similar way to making big samosas as well. Now that's fun. Kids can do that. Mind you, kids can do this one as well. But making samosas is fun. We will do that one day as well. So I've got 2 tablespoons in there now. Just lay it back down. And just press it down a little bit. Now then, fold your corner over. Oh, sorry, no. Before you do that, butter to seal it. So fold it over on itself. And there we are. One lovely little parcel. Pop that on there. And move on and do the next ones. Now I'll do these without you watching because, well, let's face it, it's annoying.